Thanks for staying with us on eLive Unplugged. We're talking with the one and only dancehall Professor Orville Hall.
I love drama as much as I love dance, but dance is what established the name Orville Hall. You know, so I went to Exeter Community College. I have to big up Mr. Kenny Salmon. I have to big up Patsy Ricketts, because Patsy Ricketts took me under her wing. And Patsy Ricketts is the first person that made me put my two heels together. So I said, this is first position, this is second position, this is third position. I say, boy, Auntie P, where me come from, I can't do them something, you know, because, you know, my friend them are going to say. And she said, no, you have to be a student of the craft. It don't mean say you have to dance ballet. It means say you have to use ballet, you have to use jazz, you have to use contemporary, you have to use traditional folk form, and you have to make yourself a more rounded dancer. And it was the best decision I'm making in my life, like the greatest decision I made in my life, and best decision was going back to, because at 30 years old, going back to college. Coming down the street and nothing about there going, I wasn't one of the youth that got the CXC subjects. I was at Edith Dalton James. So, it's SSC them there do them time there. And my parents couldn't afford for me to CXC. So I did that when I went to Exeter Community College. I just begged Mr. Salmon to get me into the program, and whatever it takes for me to finish the program, I'll do it. And I was at Exeter when the program was a certificate program. And when they developed the program into a diploma program, I did the program as well while I was a part-time teacher there, and got the diploma. And then when they developed the program into an associate degree, I stayed on and do it. And after I did the associate degree, I stayed there for a couple more years, because they took me on as a full-time teacher now, because I was just doing dancehall part-time to pay for the stay. When the program started at Exeter in 1998, you know, the program is almost like a trial. You know, let's see what this performing arts thinks. So it wasn't given a lot of focus. And many times the program itself was under threat of being closed because not enough students, and the students who were taking, it's a community college, so we're taking a lot of youths from the inner city, and them can't pay the school fee. So we used to spend a whole heap of time keeping concerts in the lecture theatre, trying to raise funds for students, tuition, you know, because we wanted everybody to stay. One of the good things that happened for me from Exeter Community College was that I got a scholarship to dance with Stella Maris Dance Ensemble. And then that was another level as well. You know, enough respect to Dr. Monica Lawrence, who took the talent and lifted it to another level. And then my mentor, Patsy Ricketts, was also the ballet mistress at Stella Maris. So I had her as guidance as well.
So you've taught dance in Russia. Where else?
Well, all over Russia, all over Europe. We have 12 Schengen visas. So Germany, Czech Republic, Spain, England, been to Croatia. Like, you know, when we tour Europe, we do like anywhere between 7 and 10 countries. And
this is just teaching dancehall.
And this is teaching dancehall. This is teaching dancehall.
You mentioned camps that they do internationally, dancehall camps. But my understanding is that you're also doing a camp in Jamaica, or you do a series of camps,
we do,
which also aids and abets the tourism product.
Yeah, man. We've been doing this camp now for 5 years, going into 6 years now, where we started. Because when I travel and see how much people are turning out for dancehall, I say, yeah, this is good. But how do we get them to get real dancehall in them system? You know, how do we get them to come and live the experience? Because dancehall is an experience as well. How do we get them to come and be a part of dancehall where the parties are concerned, where the communities are concerned? A friend of mine, Sil Gordon, who used to work with, first he worked with Shabba Ranks, and he was the engineer on Shabba Ranks' Grammy Award-winning album. He was not dealing with the studio anymore because him start, you know, like him want to come out of the music business for a minute. I said to him, why you don't turn your place into a hostel? Because by this time I was traveling now and seeing and hearing how people wanted to come to Jamaica, but they wanted to do it from the inner city perspective, because dancehall is from the inner city, so them want to learn from. So I said, turn your place into a hostel, because people come here every day and them want somewhere to stay. And the rest is history. Now you can book dancehall hostel online.
So you book dancehall hostel online, and when you come here, it's a dancehall camp.
A dancehall camp. So you get a week and a half of dancehall parties, and not only dancehall parties, we take you to historical sites, we take you to places where you can understand traditional folk forms. So we go in one of the community them out of St. Thomas, so them can understand a little bit more about coming away. Gone down to Trelawney, so you can understand a little bit more about Tambo. You know, and we take you to the Bob Marley Museum. If it's not the Bob Marley Museum, we take you over to Port Royal. So you are getting Jamaica, you know, via dancehall. But you get a chance to see that dancehall is not just dancehall, and it don't stand alone. These are the contributing factors to what dancehall is now.
What's the name of it?
Dancehall Dream Camp.
Your mom and dad still alive?
Still alive. Still alive.
What are their thoughts now?
Oh. Them son will make them so proud. Yeah, man. Yeah. My biggest fan them. My biggest fan them. Biggest fan. Mr. Kenneth and Miss Laurel, man. Biggest fan them. Like, you know, my mother was the one where, even when my father get very serious about it, you know, she would rough me up in front time, but she would draw me one side and say, look here, I'm going to send you and I'm going to make you the way you're supposed to do, but be quiet about it. And just try to be safe. You know, but a whole heap of support I get from them. A whole heap of support.
As we wrap, what is your dream going forward?
My dream is to have an institution that deals with the arts in Jamaica. The part of the arts where some people kind of turn up their nose against. Reggae must be taught in school. Reggae music, how to play reggae music. Dancehall dance must be taught in school. Where people call roots theatre, where some people turn up their nose against. Like, I'd like to have an institution that deals with accrediting people, learning how to talk patois properly, because the things that we turn up our nose against is what people want to learn. And we can formalize it. No dance that people look up to, that ballet, modern, contemporary, jazz, none of them started in a studio. So when we hear some people try to bastardize dancehall and call it street dance, like, you show me the dance where it start in our studio. It started in the street. And then people build a studio and put them in it. So, you know, even institutions that will teach ballet but will not teach dancehall. But then again, so that is one of the things that I definitely want to see. I also want to see a formal course done, so we can teach it in schools where dancehall is concerned. You know, I've done the base work, and sometimes I get a hard time, but free it up, because we have a lot of local dancers traveling now. I remember being in Europe, and myself and 12 other dancers in Europe at the same time. So it is the inner city youths are now touring and earning from dancehall. Community tourism is one of the things that I think can help with country. I think it can help a country if the youth them feel like they can be a part of what is happening out there, a part of the whole tourist industry. Like, yeah man, we fix our community. The amount of people where benefit from us bringing people. The girl around the road where sell chicken and fries, the person up the road where sell ice cream, everybody, the whole community.
So now you are artistic director for
Dance
theatre,
Expressions. Yeah.
And a part of Theatre Expressions is Dance Expressions.
Yes.
And you do expressive moves dance workshop.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Dancehall Professor Orville Hall, putting a wrap on another eLive Unplugged. Tune in next week, Friday, when we chat with roots reggae singer I Wayne. Remember, you can catch the repeat on Saturdays at 7 p.m. I'm your host, Judith Bodley. See you next eLive Unplugged.